Hi everybody. Yeah, we're in Alaska today. We are in the Inside Passage on our way to Juneau, our first stop, going whale watching today. Slightly cloud covered, chilly, but yeah, some interesting things happened in the shows already today. And what I really want to know is, what is it with everyone trying to marry me off? So I don't know where all this started, but I think it started with my buddy Tony. It was doing a live stream once, and somebody kept on asking them if I was single, and Tony said, no, Don's single, and you know what, maybe we need to get him married off so he can come to the United States and go cruising, because at the time we weren't allowed to go into the States unless you had a spouse or something along those lines. So I think that's where it started. And believe it or not, after that live stream, I got numerous messages saying, hey, I'd like to fix you up with my mother, or I'd like to fix you up with my daughter, and in some cases, I'd like to fix you up with my son. I don't know. I think people think I just stay at home and go cruising, and that's all I do. That's pretty close to my life, actually. That's a pretty good fair assessment, I would have to say. But then even here, we go to the opening night show here on Princess, and it's a comedian. I believe his name is Kevin Jordan. Very funny show, very good show. But Tony and I, we set up in the front row, as I am prone to do for these shows, and he starts, of course, talking to us, and his little thing is he has a big flashlight, a spotlight flashlight, and he flashes out in the audience, and he likes to show people when they're coming in late, and he'll flash the flashlight on them and say, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it, we'll wait for you. Oh yeah, just right there. There's a seat for you right there." And he'll like that's kind of the shtick that goes on, but. It got around to asking questions in the audience, and of course he went to Tony first, found out he's a YouTuber, and then he said, who are you sailing with, kind of thing, and they said, I'm sailing with him, my buddy Don, and he goes, what do you do? And I said, I'm on YouTube too, and then he said, and then all of a sudden the conversation got around to this one lady who said she thinks she's the oldest person on the ship, and she was 81 years old and single, and then he had started pointing back to me, and standing me up and making me turn around in the audience and pose, and there you go, and trying to marry me off on the cruise ship again. What? It seems to be a pattern out there. For those of you who don't know, I was married for 13 years. I have 2 fantastic children from that marriage, both now over the age of 30. Well, my son just turned 30, so he's the youngest. He was the baby of the family, and he just turned 30. That really strikes a chord. That really makes me feel old. But yeah, I have been happily single, I will say now, for numerous years. Doesn't mean I don't get out. Doesn't mean I don't date and see other people. I have regular friends that I see. I have regular people I go out with. So don't feel that I'm stuck at home and just sitting there like this, waiting for the phone to ring. A lonely spinster Don sitting in his house all by himself, playing his video games upstairs in his arcade room and making videos on YouTube. Well, most of that is true. I do enjoy doing that stuff. So I just found it really funny that, again, the comedian starts trying to marry me off on a cruise ship. A quick note here while I've been on board, the crew has been fantastic. Met tons and tons of very fun people. Really nice people just coming up to say hi, and everyone is kind of embarrassed to ask for a picture and everything. Please, if you're on the ship, don't be embarrassed to ask for a picture. I'm embarrassed to have to take a picture because I don't know why people want to take a picture with me, but I am happy to oblige in any way possible. Absolutely. And Tony's the same way. But we have literally walking from one end of the ship to the other. We're probably stopped 10, 20 times along the way, at least the first few days while the novelty wears off. We met the cruise director yesterday, Kevin Tugwell. I embarrassed myself in the Yes No game show, much to Mark, my nephew's delight. If any of you have seen the old show that I did when he came on our group cruise a couple years ago, where he was the 3-second man, he was literally out of the Yes No game show in 3 seconds. I came close. In fact, I was the fastest in the audience out. I'll try and get some footage of that and show you, but it's hard to film myself when I'm up there. But I am going to try and show you that. I don't mind embarrassing myself when I make a mistake, but I did redeem myself, and I'm not going to tell you how I redeem myself, but I'll show you how I redeem myself. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, so far Alaska is chilly, but gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Love the people on the ship, love the crew, love the entertainment. Everything's been good so far, and yeah, so far, just so far, I haven't been married off yet. Yet.